Happy Friday, everybody.
Woo!
We made it.
Did, you guys.
Yeah.
I know. It's been a week. I feel like the beginning of January is kind of a slog, right? Because you're just like getting over the holidays. A lot of people are sick, in and out of the office. You're kind of getting back to the real schedule.
Fortunately, a lot of you probably have a 3-day weekend this weekend. So
That's
congrats
true.
if you do.
Yeah. I know, we don't.
We were asking
good for
around.
you.
Holidays in television.
No,
I mean, there's
that's true.
holidays, yes, but we don't have
We don't
that
get, like, I call them the bank holidays, you know, like Flag Day. What's it like to have a job where you get those kind of days
It's usually
off?
a lottery. I wonder which summer vacation day I'm going to get this year.
Yeah,
exactly.
July 15th, sweet. Hey, guys, so there's this video circulating around the internet right now that we had at the very end of the show this morning on Today in AZ. It started my day off on an emotional note, got me all worked up. You're looking at it right now. This was posted by a guy named Cameron Manwaring on TikTok, if you want to go check out the full video for yourself. So the reason we're showing you this is sort of because it's the topic of the show this morning. We want to know about the most thoughtful gift you've ever given or received. The reason this video has gone viral is because this gift is certainly thoughtful. A guy surprised his grandmother, who you see there, with the gift of an audiobook. Listen to this.
I did the whole book for you. That was the beginning of a lifelong happy relationship.
All right, that's really tough to understand. We probably shouldn't have even taken the sound full. So anyway, you see on the text there, Grandpa died. He wrote a book about his life. It's like 400 pages long. Before he passed away, she was a big fan of this book, right? But she couldn't read it anymore because she lost her sight recently. So she had no way to access that book until her grandson recorded the entire 400-plus page book onto an audiobook. And not just an audiobook, but one on a CD so that she can actually listen to it. She listens to her music on CD players. So she is obviously tickled by this. Certainly an emotional moment for that family. Can you imagine?
I know. That's really thoughtful. I love that this grandson did that. And her reaction's everything.
Yeah, quite an undertaking, too. A 400-page book. Yeah. It's not like you're recording a child, children's book that's 10 or 12 pages.
C-Spot Run, it is not.
Yeah,
it
looks like he had some serious audio equipment there. I mean, he looked like he rented out a studio or had a studio.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a great idea for a gift. Oh, my gosh.
That's like The Notebook, like literally, like that life story, you know?
That's right.
So we want to hear from you guys this morning. What is the most thoughtful gift you've ever given or received? We got a couple of comments here. Deb says just being with family is a thoughtful gift that she gets all the time. Rob, he says he enjoys the video there. RJ says being mindful of other people's feelings. Okay, so Jennifer, a blanket my mama made me. I love anything handmade. Betty says a roll of quarters from vending machines when my husband was in the hospital for a month following a heart attack. That is pretty thoughtful. It's one of those things you don't think that you're going to need, and then, of course, it comes in handy.
Yeah. Oh,
anything come to mind, guys?
Not immediately.
So early in my career, I'll jump on the spit first. Early in my career, I was working in the third smallest market in the country, Alpena, Michigan, Market 208. We've talked about it on the show before. Making very close to minimum wage, like almost no money to go around. And we had our award show in Michigan for like the press. It was called the Michigan Association of Broadcasters Awards. And they doled out awards for markets based upon the market sizes. So you worked in Michigan, you know the MAB. So they have a separate market for like the bottom tier stations, like the smallest markets. And we submitted 5 different things, which is no small thing because you don't have a budget for award submissions in a place like that. We submitted 5 things in my sports department there. And it was my first time ever submitting for an award. And we ended up winning all 5 categories.
Oh, nice.
And so me and the other sports guy hopped in the car, took a day off of work, had the news guy cover for us, drove down to East Lansing, Michigan, about 4.5 hours away to go to this award show. So we went and we did the thing, the pictures of us with the awards and our suits and everything. It was awesome. It was like one of the first times I received recognition in my career. But I couldn't afford my own copies of the awards. So the station was like, we're going to keep those and put them in our trophy case. If you want your own, you got to pay for them. Like $150 a piece.
I hate that,
There's like nothing cheap about these awards.
No, not at all.
This is definitely a pay-per-play.
I'm a guy eating dollar bags of rice as meals. I don't have $150 to shell out for an award.
It's not cheap.
So it was kind of a bummer, right? And it's just like this lost part of my career. Well, fast forward to my time in Phoenix here, and a very close personal friend of mine surprised me by ordering one of my MAB awards. You can apparently contact them through their website had it printed out with the year and the award, with like a replica of what the thing was. And then to get my hands on that, you know, years and years removed from it, that meant so much to me because it was just like this lost treasure that marked a really important thing. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
That's probably the best gift I've ever received.
Because I didn't even know you could go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And go back in time.
I was told it was a pain in the butt. I'm glad it's a pain in the butt I didn't have to undertake.
I'm like, I did not know that was possible.
That means a lot to me.
It is. That's pretty cool.
Diana says a 3-foot bride doll my grandfather gave me for Christmas. Did you ever get one of those Christmas presents that really just like knocked your socks off?
Oh, yeah.
As
I still remember my pink Huffy bike, man. There you go. The pink lady. I love that thing. I cruised on it. I tried to run away in it. But I only made it, like 3 blocks, and then I got bored.
Did you not pack enough food and supplies for running away?
I packed like Twinkies and a chocolate
milk. Only so much fits in that bag.
Right.
Yeah, it was very tiny, but it had the streamers, the whole 9. I love that thing.
Bernadette says to be adopted, the best gift of all.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Denise says time from a friend during an illness meant a lot to her. Lucinda said, I had an operation which left me unable to drive for 4 weeks. My friend gave me your time and compassion, dropping me off and picking up my kids from school the whole time. Sometimes that's what it takes. It's not about money. It's not about tangible things.
Yeah.
It's just about having somebody in your corner, you know?
Yep.
For sure. And I know when you're going through a lot, like when my dad was sick, it was always great when friends just did. Because, you know, when people ask you, you're like, you say no, we're good, we're fine. But, you know, you always have that kind of core group of friends that they don't take no for an answer.
Right.
And they wouldn't ask. They would just show up.
Yeah.
They'd show up with food. They'd not even knock on the door. Just say, you know, hey, by the way, we've got like 20 containers of chicken soup for your dad that's like sitting outside the house. Don't bother coming down. Don't feel like you have to entertain us and serve us wine and say hello. Just, you know, they just did, which was awesome.
I have a best friend like that. He's like, you ever need me? He goes, just call me. He goes, I'll be on the next flight. Just like a blank check. Like, if you need me there for anything. Yeah, so having friends like that.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, my girlfriend quilts. You know, I know.
Is that her name, Quilts?
Yeah. My girlfriend
makes her sound like she's 89 years old. But my dad is a runner. He's not necessarily marathons, but he likes to do the half marathons, the 5Ks, and things like that.
It's more than I can do.
His wife was sending us T-shirts from those runs, and she made a T-shirt quilt, and we have a video of him opening it up, and he's just like, he had no idea any of this was going on.
He had no idea the shirts were missing because nobody wears those shirts after.
He was oblivious to it. And he opened it up for Christmas with this huge quilt, and
that is cool.
If anyone ever makes you a quilt, there is a lot of time and a lot of money that goes into the label.
Really?
Those are not cheap. Even cutting up the T-shirts, it's still very
painstaking.
A couple $100 easily.
Really?
And then the time on top of it is. So if anyone ever makes you a quilt, just know that there was a lot of time and effort that went into that. It wasn't something to just slap together. But that was a fun surprise.
Yeah.
And I have a brother who is extremely thoughtful. One of them just out of the blue, you get a card from him, or he just knows the right thing to send you. Just something about certain people. They just have it. It clicks, and it's like, man.
I'm with you on that. I'm not one of those people. Like, not that I don't have apathy or empathy, or empathy rather. It's just I lack that chromosome, that good gift-giving chromosome. Like, I can give you as much money or time or whatever, but in terms of just like that one thing that tugs at the heartstrings, that's perfect in the moment, there are people that are so good at giving that. I wish
they just look at the situation and go, oh, this is a perfect opportunity for me to do this or that. And he's never doing it for recognition. He just, and you get it, you're just like, man, you know, I wish I could think like that, have that foresight to see like that. But there are people out there.
He has like those little, you know, the mental notes when he meets people. He's always taking these mental notes. And so later down the road, you know, we go to their home for a dinner or something, and he always thinks, okay, I know they're originally from this area, so he'll find some obscure wine or something that's just like a little extra, or a flower or whatever that's from where they're from. And I'm like, how do you even remember all this stuff? Like, he's just more thoughtful than I am.
Brian, one of the top fans of the show, says a couple of years ago, my mom crocheted a blanket for me. She has severe arthritis, and when I opened the gift up, I cried because I knew how much pain she endured just to make me that gift. You talk about that labor of love, Jamie.
Yeah.
Jennifer says, my sister took a bunch of pictures of my art and made me an awesome book once. That's cool when it's like something like you said, where you're not even aware of the process behind it, but it's still very intimate and personal and involves like your own stuff, whether it's race T-shirts or her art in this instance. Lucinda says, my granddad handed down a handmade harmony guitar with the steel drum on it. It was his father's guitar, a family heirloom. Do you guys have anything like that stuck around in your family through the years, something passed down?
I have some items from my grandfather. One of them, in fact, a weather vane. It's got the thermometer on it. That's cool. Things like that. Those are the things that, through all my moves. In this business, you move everywhere. Yes. Sometimes you just move across town. So I'm probably up to about 20 moves in 20 years.
Yeah.
And those are the things that get wrapped up very, very carefully.
Go in the front seat of the car with the seatbelt.
You know, the clothes can go up in a fire and the stereo can be damaged or stolen. But if those things are, those are the most important things that move with me.
Was your grandfather a big weather guy?
No. No, in fact, most people probably looked at me and said, "You want to do what?"
I got much the same response. Still do, actually. When they're like, "You get up at what time?" Just last night.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick breather from the discussion. We'll get back to a few more of your responses in just a minute. I know there are a few more piled up there. This is our ICYMI. In case you missed today in AZ this morning, you missed this.
Time now for A to Z60, where we celebrate the people, places, and things that make the Valley awesome in just 60 seconds.
We are halfway through an e-scooter pilot program here in Phoenix. So you guys all know the rules by now, right? Right? Just in case. Crystal's giving us an important refresher.
Chances are you've likely seen more of these zipping around town lately. So here's the 411 on e-scooter etiquette.
Hi, Crystal.
Oh, hi.
My name is RJ Price. I'm with Downtown Phoenix Inc. I couldn't help but notice you weren't wearing a helmet while you're riding an e-scooter. We really do suggest that you keep your noggin safe by wearing one of these helmets. Whoa, 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 Crystal, hold it right there. In downtown Phoenix, we ride our e-scooters in the street.
Hello? Hey, let me call you back. We're filming right now. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be talking on the phone while scooting either, because the rules that apply to drivers also go for riders too. So don't be distracted and stay alert.
Sorry, you are out of the set geofence.
What is happening here?
We'll turn off the throttle. Please go back.
Oh, you again?
That beep means you're in a restricted zone. E-scooters in downtown Phoenix are geofenced to prevent them from going in public spaces like the Convention Center or Chase Field and even ASU. I actually have one more tip for you. In downtown Phoenix, you have to park your e-scooter in one of 400 designated parking spaces. Simply park it, end ride, submit the photo, and you're done.
And that's your A to Z60. Am I going to keep bumping into you?
A lot of rules for 60 seconds. So there have already been 58,000 trips taken on e-scooters in just the first 3 months. Riders have scooted more than 72,000 miles.
I just love saying scooted on television. Just scooting around on a Friday. Just going for a quick scoot. You guys scooting around downtown yet? Or you're not?
Only once.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
We got our moneymakers to protect. I'm not trying to bite it on one of those things.
I see a lot of people on them.
I see a lot of people
falling on them.
Yeah.
Because are you supposed to walk around? Because I think the thing that was shocking when we moved here is you see them a lot, but they don't have helmets on them. So are you supposed to be walking around?
No, it's a good way to spread head lice, probably.
With the helmet in your purse? Or like, how is this supposed to work?
Bring your own helmet, man.
I know. Because I would only get on it with a helmet, right? But it's like, how are you going to, I don't know.
$1 million idea, a collapsible helmet that you can slide into a purse.
Disposable helmet.
Take it to the Shark Tank.
I see people just kind of scooting around, not going anywhere necessarily, but just
messing around
in the street, you know, going around the block a few times. Like they're just getting in a little bit of a, they're getting in their morning scoot, I guess.
I get buzzed by them all the time, you know, because they come up behind you and some of them are really noiseless. So you don't really hear them.
Yeah.
My concern is when you go to make that right turn and you're moving over where the bike lane ends, and all of a sudden someone's going to come in right behind you. So I'm always checking over my shoulder. But there's going to be that one time where someone's like, oh, no problem. They're going to buzz right by and they're not going to be paying attention.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just like drivers, they have to pay attention.
Well, I see the ones downtown, they do not abide by the traffic laws. And like that's really the problem. If you're going to have them driving the streets, you got to stop at red lights. You got to stop at stop signs. You got to signal your intentions, but they generally don't.
Yeah.
See, I mostly see them in Scottsdale. So it's like all around Old Town.
Chaos.
Same thing. They're just like, they're going, they're not looking. Some of these girls that are on them, I'm like, oh my word, the footwear. Because they're in like full high heels or like flip-flops.
Well, they don't want to walk in the heels, so I get it.
I don't know if I get on that thing in heels. I know. It just looks dangerous. I did it one time. I crashed into a bunch of college frat boys, and that was the last time I did it.
Do you guys ever get on a Segway? Did you ever try the Segway?
I want to do those Segway tours, though.
So I did one in San Francisco, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's all right.
It looks like it's a trust thing.
You have to trust the machine. Yeah.
No, thank you. So my son is big on the whole hoverboard thing, and so we have a couple of them. They buzz around them all the time, and my rule of thumb is I have so many girlfriends that over 40 who get on those things, trying to keep up with the kids, and I can't tell you how many of those girls I see the next day wearing a boot, wearing the wrist brace, thing, and I'm like, no, you just have no business. Let the children get on that. They're lower to the ground. They got the balance thing worked. Like, we've all had kids. Like, things are not where they're supposed to be anymore. So I'm like, I just stay away.
I can only imagine what my brothers and I would have done to each other
on those things.
Those hoverboards. Oh, just the sabotage or the surprise attack. I had 3 younger brothers, and we were just ruthless. I mean, we get along great, but it was like for pranks, jokes.
It doesn't take much with those.
Yeah, I have a feeling those hoverboards would have been broken, and we probably would have had broken legs. It's probably a good thing we didn't have them.
Yeah, my poor mother's probably still finding Nerf darts around the house just somewhere. We had full-on wars in the house as a kid. If we had a motorized scooter to putz around on while we did it, look out. Yeah. The rich kids in my neighborhood are the ones that had like the battery-powered cars that they drive around in the yard.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have one of those either, because you think we wouldn't have run each other over. You didn't know us.
Those go faster than they should.
Yeah, they've got some oomph if you catch them in the shins, too.
Yeah. Eesh. And now we have Teslas.
Don't get me started.
All right, fresh squeezed juice time. Let's play us out the right way.
So sing it with me. Can't touch this. No. Hammer pants. Cheetos announced that it's going to be debuting a new Super Bowl ad for the first time in over a decade, and it's going to feature the brand's latest creation, Cheetos popcorn.
Ooh.
I feel like I would.
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
So to bring the commercial to life, Cheetos has enlisted the help of 90s rap legend MC Hammer time. The 30-second spot called "It's a Cheetos Thing" will highlight the infamous orange dust that Cheetos fans get on their fingers after eating the brightly colored snack, color not found in nature. Cheetos recently revealed that company executives have long had an official term for the lingering powder. They call it Cheetle.
Cheetle. I don't like that. It makes me like it less now.
I prefer Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
Cheetle doesn't sound good.
Yeah. You going to finish that Cheetle over there?
I'm licking that Cheetle off my fingers. I know. I think I'll stick with Cheeto dust.
Is MC Hammer going to make a comeback then? Is this going to jumpstart his career or maybe get him out of bankruptcy?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably a nice check. I mean, Super Bowl
ad. He was in some
ad.
financial trouble there for a while.
Did he have any other hits? Was it just Can't Touch This?
No, he should have trademarked the parachute pants back in the day. He should have a brand of them, because they'll be back again. If they're not back now, I'm not fashionable.
I think they made a run at bringing them back, but it didn't.
They're coming back.
Fashion is cyclical, and it's
unfortunately.
Don't bring those back.
MC Hammer, come on, man, get your name on some branded track pants.
Now's your time. It is Hammer time.
You guys will eat the Cheeto dust, right? The Cheetle.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. See, I find myself in my older age like being a little more cognizant of what I may have touched before I ate the Cheetos, and so sometimes I'll be like, no, just wash your hands.
No, I just do an anticipatory
When's the last time you washed?
antibacterial scrub before I eat them, because I know they're going straight in after the Cheetle.
I don't like the Cheetle. I don't know how you guys feel about Cheetle.
We got to come up with a different name.
It is kind of gross. Yeah, I'll stick with Cheeto dust.
Let's get to a few more comments before we say goodbye.
Some good ones.
Let's see. Where did we leave off? Christy says, my third son was born on December 23rd, 1999. That's a gift. We were in the hospital together on Christmas.
Oh, that is a gift.
Bill's still talking about his record player he received as a child, asking where Crystal is. She's here. She's just doing other work this morning. Brian says, mine is crocheted too. I really love it. It's from my mom who has fibromyalgia. These labors of love, quite literally.
Really
Mindy's saying my fiance's grandmother's wedding ring.
Again, another family heirloom.
That's a big heirloom to pass down. Wow.
I love that.
Peggy says, when I visited Virginia City with friends, I saw an antique I loved but couldn't afford. My friend saw me eyeing the piece, bought it when I wasn't looking, surprised me on my birthday. I couldn't believe she'd done that for me. That's very sweet.
So thoughtful.
Any more you want to get to, Jamie, or we're going to wrap this thing up?
Nope. Watch just beep. It says it's time to stand.
Kind of flipping through them. I'm not seeing people talking about the scooters in here.
Peggy says, baby shower for my firstborn. My mom presented me with the christening blanket from my own baptism as an infant. Wow. I can't believe she still had it after all these years.
Yeah,
wow,
those things don't last unless you take very good care of them.
My mom saved 2 things, like one dress that I wore to a birthday party when I was 2. And still looks good. And then she has my christening gown. It's a little tight up here, up top. But yeah, and then I have my christening gown, but it's so yellowed that we didn't use it for our boys, so, unfortunately.
Oh, man. Before we go, Cynthia calling out our photographer, Chris Latella, said, most thoughtful gift, when your awesome photojournalist, Chris Latella, pushed me in the Fiesta Bowl parade. Oh, Chris. He's a nice guy. He might have just been a little clumsy. I apologize for that.
If he has to break and get crazy, in all fairness.
Chris, one strike, man. Don't upset our viewers.
That's
we
right.
count on these people every 7:30 during the week, Monday through Friday. Today and AZ After Show. That's it.
A great weekend.
I'm going to eat a cheeseburger today.
I want some Cheetos now.
Put some Cheeto on that cheeseburger.
I like a
be
little
okay.
crunch.
Yeah. Fritos on there.
On anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything.